This is the second part of log 319, and here we pick up where we left off in the first part. This is the bottom lock of the Bingley Five Rise Staircase locks. A staircase lock is where one lock is connected directly to the next lock with no pound of water between them. So the top gates of one lock are also the bottom gates of the next. And here we have 5 locks together forming the staircase. Opened in 1774, the Five Rise is the steepest rise of locks in the UK, and they'll take our boat up almost 60 feet. There's a spectacular view from the top of the locks down towards Bingley and beyond. Behind the workboat, which incidentally is moored on the lock landing, you can see the many gongoozlers which have gathered around the top lock. There's a couple of mooring spaces outside the cafe for the water point and other boater facilities. There's also lots of visitor moorings along the towpath. Having come up the Bingley Five Rise locks, we're now in a 17-mile pound that will take us all the way to Skipton. There may be no more locks for a while, but there's going to be plenty of swing bridges for us to swing, so it's a good job we're travelling with another boat so we can all share the work. We catch up with the other boat at Mittlethwaite Swing Bridge and we find out there's an issue with the bridge. It's an electric swing bridge that's operated with a British Waterways key, but we can't get it to power up. It turns out, for the key to work, all the traffic barriers must be in the fully closed position, and at some point one of the barriers must have been knocked out of place, which in turn has disabled the electric. Once we get that figured out, we can carry on our way. That's the view out towards Keighley. We're heading that way today. next swing bridge is Granby Swing Bridge at Riddlesden, and this time it's my turn. This whole section of canal from the top of the Bingley flight has been lined with houses on both sides of the navigation. What a wonderful place to live. Between the gaps in the houses, we are treated to spectacular views across the Aire Valley. Speaking of the River Aire, we're currently travelling parallel to it. It's just down the hill to the southwest of us here. We finally seem to have left the built-up areas behind us. Now the canal is lined with farmland and more of those wonderful views across the valley. We're starting to see a lot more boats on the move. This area is very popular with hire boaters. In fact, this is where I came on my one and only hire boat holiday with my family back in 2011. Here the farmland gives way to the Keighley golf course. This wood is part of the Lowood Nature Reserve and it's open to the public. There's some lovely offside moorings on this bend. It looks like you can access the woodland from here too. The camera isn't doing these views justice. The scenery is so spectacular. I mentioned earlier that I'd had a canal boat holiday along here. Well, this is the boat we hired. It's Tamarin from Snagle Boats in Skipton. It's nice to see she's still going strong. We're now approaching the town of Silsden. This old building is Waterloo Mill. Silsden boats are based at the wharf here. They have a fairly large fleet of hire boats, which includes some wide beams. I wonder where they moor them all when they're not hired out. The warehouse behind the boats there is a Grade 2 listed building and dates back to 1774 when the canal was first built. This old building's seen better days. I know I keep mentioning it, but the views along here are just so wonderful, and they're certainly helping us to forget the stresses from earlier in the day. The swing bridges just keep coming. This is the 10th or the 11th? I've lost count. This swing bridge is looking worse for wear. No wonder it's left open these days. We catch up with some hires on the Silsden wide beam and they kindly hold Grange Swing Bridge open for us. They must have just picked the boat up today. As I pass, I call to let them know I'll hold the next one open for them. Did I mention how stunning it is up here? I can't stop filming the gorgeous views. There's lots of mooring spots along here if you want to stop and make the most of the scenery. One last swing bridge and we decide to call it a day in Kildwick. We stopped finally.
Yes, we are in
Kildwick.
Kildwick, of all places.
And it's 3 o'clock, so we've been going for 5.5 hours.
Yeah.
There's a boat coming now, and it's called Tamarind, and it's the hire boat I had 9 years ago with my family. So we passed it just down there.
And she squeaked.
I was like,
she was so excited to see Tamarind. Yeah, so it's the rental boat that you had with your family.
Yeah,
and you were trying to explain to me that you had 7 people on there?
6 people.
6 people on there, which is just, when you look at the size of this boat that's about to pass us, it's like, that's a lot of people to try and put into that boat.
Yeah, so I had this bedroom in the middle here.
Oh, did you?
Lynn and Tony were at the top and Dad and Tom were at the bottom.
It's a nice setup.
Yeah. There it is. Hi.
So that's the boat that got you onto the canals, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these people are probably wondering why I'm
why
so,
are we videotaping?
so obsessed with the thing. Anyway, Tamarind.
So the nice thing is we've come up with today, all the way from the beginning, with another boat. It had some viewers on it. Another American and British couple.
Yeah, and it was so nice to share the swing bridges with them because we could leapfrog. And some of them were so heavy that they needed you to go and do it.
Yeah, that one in particular, good God. I'm not even sure. Like, I had to put my full body weight into it and was like doing the sort of things I used to do in like football training and stuff and weight training. It was like oh my god, this thing is heavy. And at the end of its arc, when you're ready for the boat to come through, there's all of these reeds that it runs up on top of. So it's pushing back. So I had to lean against it the whole time the boat's going.
And I was still walking from the previous swing bridge. So I had to like get George on the boat, tie him onto the boat, get the rope, and
move the boat forward.
Move the boat forward while you were still hanging.
And I jump on and you're like, where are my keys?
Yeah. Oh no, that was the first. No, the first one. Because yeah, the first swing bridge after the swing bridge at the top of the locks, like we couldn't get it open because it had like the barriers hadn't engaged with the...
Yeah, one of the barriers must not have been closed properly because the whole thing just would not power up. So and eventually I just decided to walk around and like check them all. And something I did reconnected something, so it was powering up again.
So then Michael was on the swing bridge doing it, so I was like, oh, I suppose I better drive through. So the first boat went through, and as he went past, he was behind me. As he went past me, he like started pulling the boat out. So I like leapt on, went to turn the engine on. I was like, oh, there's no key. Michael took his keys with him. So I had to like rummage around while the boat's like drifting out, trying to find my keys.
Yeah, to power it up. And then somehow I ended up with your keys in my hand, and that's how you went through the other bridge. And the keys were in the engine, but you didn't have your keys. So you were like, where the hell did I put my keys? Oh my God, I lost my keys.
I had my keys in the engine, but your keys were in your pocket.
Well, your keys were in my pocket.
I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, keep stepping on that thing.
And then there was that other point where I think I'd gone through a swing bridge and then you got on. And I'd like, when I'd got on, I'd like had George's poo bag. And I just like tied two together, and this woman went past and she was like, do you want me to put that in the bin for you? And honestly, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever done. Taking my dog.
Yeah, that is a kind of social...
And that's like above and beyond.
Yeah, social generosity of like, I've got to remember that. From now on, be willing to take other people's poo bags.
Oh, and we're right by a church.
Yeah. I mean, the nice thing, this is a beautiful area.
Yeah, oh my God, it is stunning.
Once we got up towards, it's called Silsden. I mean, there's a lot of swing bridges, but this is just...
The views.
Yeah, beautiful, stunning hills going off into the distance, sheep on them, with these dry stone walls that are just stacked, like...
Really high.
Yeah, they're like 5-foot walls of stone with no mortar that have just been stacked up, and little tiny stones are used to balance up higher stones. And they're running up off the hills towards the mountainsides, and it's just like, oh my God, this is so picturesque. This is absolutely worth coming to, even with the Bingley Five Rise to deal with in the middle of it.
Yeah, I was like, was the Five Rise worth it?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's absolutely stunning. Like,
I'm just glad we're not going that way again.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go and get some lunch.
Okay. Where are we going to get some lunch?
In the boat.
Okay. What are we going to do about this mess?
And clean it up.
All right. Okay. So thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Also to Minimalist Maximal Velocity if you want to see the time lapse of this one eventually and see us nearly sinking in high rate of speed. And if you want to, of course, get the notifications, hit that bell, and YouTube will know you more than I do. Good. There. BB-8's got a fuzzy eyeball. It's recording?
Yeah.
It's recording. We're recording. My hair looks funny. Hold on. Vanity, vanity, all is vanity. Got chocolate on mine?
No.
Okay.
We just had chocolate croissants because there's a Lidl here, so we have to do a chocolate check.
Indeed.
Just one each.
It's kind of loud in here, so maybe we should get closer together.
Now the sun's out in my eyes.
Morning.
It's very uncomfortable.
What?
The sun's in my eyes.
Yeah, put on your sunglasses.
They're inside.
Okay, go get your... TMI. TMI. People...
Ah! Why did you hit me in the head? Right, start. Go on, do your stuff. Be funny. Perform. Monkey. Love you. Sorry.
I've been discussing her average mean, her max mean, her min mean, and her mean mean. And recently her mean mean has been increasing towards the positive. Anyway. Morning.
That's what I have to put up with.
This is what you have to put up with?
Yes.
Alright. Apparently this is what she has to put up with. I don't have to put up with anything. Ouch! BB-8's eyeball has been stolen.
Utter.
Now that is a quiet engine.
Yeah.
That's electric. I want one of those. Wow.